Hey, what's up? This Coach Chaney, man, with the Complete Athlete, man. Hey, thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I ask you, if you haven't, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, hit the notification button. I'm going to bring you some recruiting information now in this new world that we call the transfer portal. This thing has shifted everything that we know about recruiting. I'm going to take a little time today to talk about the transfer portal, and I want you guys to make sure you subscribe to my channel. But anyway, let's get into it. Hey, listen, if you're a 2023 athlete, I'm kind of gearing this video towards you. The transfer portal has made things tighter. There's not as many high school scholarships available right now. Many coaches, many programs, even the D2, D3, NAIA programs are taking transfer portal kids. They're taking those kids because, number one, this is what I hear, okay? This is what I've been told. They're taking kids that are older, that are already developed, that have already been in a college weight program, that have already been seasoned enough to where they don't have to go through all the little young freshmen, 17-year-old, 18-year-old stuff that normal freshmen bring with them. And, you know, in all honesty, that's understandable, okay? But at the same time, you still can put yourself in a position to be recruited. And let's just go back over all the things that we should know by now. We know we got to have a 2.3 minimum core GPA, core classes, English, math, science, stuff like that. And get all that out of the way. They're not counting PE. They're not counting electives. They're counting core classes. So you don't need to have anything less than a B in your core classes to really be safe. No school is going to take a academic risk kid and risk that kid not making it and them losing a scholarship. They're not gonna risk that. That's why they go to the portal. Kid is shown for 2 years. He already knows how to survive in the classroom, has a good GPA. He's older, he's lifting, he's bigger. Of course, I'm gonna take that seasoned kid. You know what I mean? But now, more than ever, you must have your grades in order. All right? You must have great character. You know, these people can't go in the streets and see that you're acting, you know, like, you know, you don't care. Like you don't know how to behave. You don't know how to come to practice. You don't know how to come to workouts. Those days are over for high school kids. You have to be in the 1 or 2 or 3 top percentile character, athletic, size, ability kids right now. Okay? Just like a kid right now in the 2022 class. If they don't have anything going right now, guess what? They're gonna have to go other routes. They're gonna have to go to recruiting fairs. They may have to go to prep schools. They may have to go, you know, the JUCO route. Those things are right in our face right now. So understand, guys, put your pride aside. If you're at a 2022 level and it's getting there for 2023s, guys, put your pride aside and go play football where you can play football. There's plenty of recruiting fairs going on where you can go to lower levels, and even those spots are getting far and in between. So what you need to do is make sure that you're in that top 3 percentile when it comes to being a worker, lifting weights, going to class, getting good grades. You have to in these days and times because there's not as many opportunities. I don't know when it's going to change. I don't know when the NCAA is going to relax or change the rules of the transfer portal. But while it's here and now, we got to follow the rules for here and now. Okay? So coming in as a freshman, number one, I want to pick the right high school. I'm going to pick the high school that has kids going to college, that has a great coaching staff, that has some stability. Parents, that's on you. I'm not telling you, I'm not trying to recruit you. I'm not trying to, you know, say this or that or be a bandwagon guy. But if your kid has that ability and is going to end up with that Power 5 Division I size, you better make sure you pick the right high school, okay? Pick the right staff that pays attention to recruiting, that markets recruiting, that markets their kids. I mean, it's essential nowadays, okay? Also, you know, you got to be willing to make a change if you have to. You know, youth football parents, you got to probably participate in FBU now. You probably have to get on that circuit, you know, where you play for a big time 7-on-7 team. These are things that I'm, you know, have always shied away from. But now with the current situation and trying to shift my ideals and trying to get my kids recruited at my high school, these things are so necessary right now. You have to have a good Twitter profile. You have to make sure that you're interactive on Twitter. You have to make sure you follow coaches. These things are here. When these coaches come to your school, your body has to be looking right. You know what I'm saying? You have to have film. If it's only 5 clips, I have to be able to show a college football coach or recruiter or whatever. I have to show them something. You got to go to camps and perform. All right. I tell my South Florida guys all the time, I'm like, look, if you go to these South Florida camps, you're going to have to be elite to come out of that camp with a scholarship offer. Hey, man, you may want to fly to a Big Ten camp. You may want to fly to a Pac-12 camp. You know what I'm saying? You may want to fly to a Sun Belt camp. Go somewhere where you'll stand out. Go to a camp that makes sense. Make sure the camp is a mega camp where there are a bunch of schools represented there. It doesn't make sense, man, if you're undersized and if you're not really a D1 prospect. It doesn't make sense to go to a Power 5 college and spend the money to go to camp. It just don't make sense. Go somewhere where you can actually get a real opportunity. If you're under 6'3" and you're an offensive lineman, there's no need to go to a camp, where every lineman they has is over 6'5". It just don't make sense unless you're just a bona fide killer. You know what I mean? And if it ain't like that, man, no big deal. Put your ego aside and go somewhere where you can get a football scholarship or a football opportunity. We'll even take partial scholarships now. We'll even take some money towards our education now because that's what it's come down to. All right. So guys, if you have any questions, man, hit me up in the comments. I'm on Twitter, Coach Chaney 96. All right. That's probably the easiest way to get in contact with me. Coach Chaney 96 on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so more people can see this. But guys, listen, athletes, high school athletes all over the country, it's tight out there right now. 2023s, you're on deck. You're up. 2024s, you're on deck. 2022s, you got to find what you can find. Hit up the D2s, D3s, NAIAs, and see if they got some spots. I hope your grades are correct. All right. So we went over all the steps. We went over everything you need to have in order. We've done this a whole lot of times, but I'm going to keep reiterating. You have to be on point. Hey, this is Coach Chaney with The Complete Athlete. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on TikTok. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm constantly sharing information about the college football world, the high school football world, and recruiting. Hey, man, you guys have a wonderful day. I really appreciate your attention. Hey, hit me up with any questions in the comments. Thank you. Have a great day.